Maccabeo developed a nasty hoof abscess this week. His shaking is associated with pain. Hoof abscesses are excruciatingly painful for horses. Leaves them immobile and needing a calm place to rest. So let's make him a poultice. Recycled unused nappies are perfectly shaped to wrap around the hoof, and my unused breastfeeding pads. Bandage and a tape to secure the padding around the hoof. Betadine is antibacterial and it helps keep the pad soaked and soften the hoof. A boot also in case it gets muddy. Carrots for a high reward. Mackie is in a lot of pain, so the reinforcement needs to be of value to him to endure the pressure of the poultice application. The equipalazone to ease the pain a little bit more. So prior to this, I did try food rewards for Mackie, but it was not enough incentive to get him moving. So I did have to use pressure in the end because I really need to treat him. He is in pain. Mackie is also being very compliant, which isn't his usual manner, so I know there is pain there. This mule's hind legs is like catapult if he disagrees with you. So we are actually doing really well. He understands the assignment. So yeah, continue watching if you want to see the results. And if I don't get kicked. I start slowly. I just take the leg, hold it and release. And I do the click and reward for him to keep his legs still and not trying to kick out to the side. It's going well so far. I got the poultice on, but I think a lot of this has to do with having the painkillers. I think it quite numbed the pain, so he's not really trying that much to resist. When I first found him and tried to assess what he'd done, he was like really kicking me. He did not want me to touch him, so I think the painkillers are helping out a little bit here. Yeah, he was a really good boy. I was actually really proud of him, and you can see he's also quite proud of himself too. Right, so this technique is so much easier, faster, and it's just something I've always done. I know a lot of people use the tape and just wrap it around the hoof, but I just prefer this. I find it easier to do. I also worry that if the horse ever kicks out, then the tape ends up still attached to the foot, and then that could also spook them. But yeah, I quite like this. I don't know how many of you do it this way. Maybe I'll get criticized for doing it this way, but hey, it works for me. It works for Mackie, and it's cool. Let me see. If the ground was muddy or had rained, then he would have had the boot on, but I think this was just enough. It's dry, he doesn't really move on it, so I'm quite happy with that. The rewards go on the ground now to indicate to Mackie that the session has ended, so he knows we've completed what we needed to, and it will stop him from trying to mug me for more treats. And then he gets his bonus reward, which is just his soak hay pellets, and he seems very happy and content with that. Now that Mackie is in isolation, he won't be moving, and it's important that he also gets mental stimulation now. So he has like this little toy with treats, and they have to figure out how to get it out, which Barushka here is pretty smart at. And yeah, Barushka is also here to keep Mackie company, just so that he's not alone. It's good for them to have company. It's good for him to be entertained, and yeah, he looks silly, but I think he's getting better, much better. This is the next day, and already he seems quite perky, and Barushka is doing a good job being the nanny. This is a week later, after I first found Mackie in a lot of pain. The abscess still hasn't burst, unfortunately, but I think it's definitely due to the fact that he's not actually putting weight on his hind.
Oh, you're much happier
But
now.
so I decided to put him on the track with the others to try and get him moving and hopefully push whatever's inside out. He seems quite happy and he's getting around, and I think he's really, really appreciative that he's with his friends again.